going to do your 30-minute spiritual healing now. I'm already sort of in an altered state of mind here. I'm really looking forward to seeing what Spirit has to share for you. So, in your email, you say, I need your help to see if there are any areas I need some healing, where I need some healing done, because I feel I've been absorbing lots of energies lately. Sometimes with help from another point of view, it helps me to see situations more clearly. I'm not sure what I'm looking for or want to accomplish, but I have this urge to order a healing service. So let's see what will be done. All right. I've taken the time, Mel, to really feel connected to your spiritual atmosphere, to the universe. And I am welcoming you also to relax. I'm sending you energy in the color of blue. It's more of a like dark blue with lots of white put into it, so it's sort of faded out, but it's really nice color. Really has a nice energy to it. I'm having you inhale this. I'm having you feel tranquil and relaxed and at ease. I'm having you let go of any concerns or worries or fears about anything. As I see you, I see painting that is being developed all around you. It comes from like a silvery white light. I keep seeing what is a black raven bird flapping its wings. But you aren't paying attention to it, and I too am not paying attention to it. But yet it's there, definitely. As these streaks of silvery white continue to develop off of the back side of you, you're sort of sitting on a chair, and I'm telling you, it's like the universe is painting around you. There is some really beautiful, like a pink color, but it is not a light pink by any means. It's like a purpley pink, but more even explosive and magenta. It's just really intense. It's really beautiful. This color is instigating change. You're releasing out some bubbles that have gotten sort of lodged in your throat region. They're just black, gooey bubbles coming out your mouth. It's sort of like frog eggs or something. And they're just like bubbling out of your mouth. They kind of look like frog eggs, but totally black. You feel there's something of like a noose around the neck, making you feel hung up at the throat. You're literally, there's a very long string and a noose, and you're dangling from, your feet are like 5 feet off of the ground. There's no touching the ground from here. There's no even touching the walls. And you're motionless. It's a distant barn out in the middle of nowhere. It's a dark scene. Dark night sky. Don't experience anything evil going on here, but it looks dark. Even it's not a red barn, it's more of a darker black, purpley color. And that could just be so much shadow in the place. It's just a space of shadow. Even the grass is not a vibrant green color, it's more of green with, black mixed into it. So everything just looks sort of mucky. I wonder when you will take the noose off from around your throat. When will you stop dangling? When will you choose to come down from there? I'm not allowed to help you off of there. I'm only allowed to point out this fact. You are dangling by a noose in a mucky world. Doing it by choice, though. And there's a sleepy aspect to this because you really aren't acknowledging the space. You're not acknowledging what's going on. And there's kind of a sleepier aspect to it. Your eyes are closed and you're just it is what it is kind of thing. But you don't even see what's going on here. It might as well be a normal day for you. Like a totally normal day. Behind the scenes of Mel's normal day, in her spiritual atmosphere, is this. So... What changes are you planning on making, Mel? It's what I hear whispered. You have to open your eyes if you want to see what you're looking for. You have to open your eyes and you have to actually look. It's staring you right in the face. They're saying sometimes the most obvious things are the hardest ones for us to take notice of. And I, Abby, have been there before where I'm trying to get an answer to this one thing, and 7 years later it comes to me and it's like, so that was it? That was the answer I was waiting for 7 years, was there all along. But I could not see it because I hadn't developed energetically enough to acknowledge that aspect of love, to acknowledge that aspect of a human identity, to acknowledge that whatever that was. I had to grow. I had to grow through experiences in order to download, or enhance my visual perspectives. But in this state, you aren't looking around for the answers. You're not looking at the clues. Your eyes are closed. So what do we need to do here to help Mel's eyes open so that she can see? They're asking you, when you open your eyes, what do you choose to see? Do you choose to see a gloomy scene where you're hanging by a noose and you have no way of touching the ground and you're sort of suspended and it's sort of a hopeless, mucky space? Or do you want to transform that muckiness into something really riveting, like that silvery white and that super magenta and that blue color that would just... couldn't believe how beautiful that was. It's almost gray, blue, purpley, and it could be a black color, but it wasn't to me. It was really beautiful to me. And when you mix that with the silvery white and the magenta, I thought they were just phenomenal. There's this black raven bird trying to get our attention and neither of us are noticing. This is important too. We need to pay attention to all the details, right? But you got to choose what you want to see as well. What do we want to see here? You choose to either see on the bright side or you choose to see on the gloomy side. You actually have to choose to see each scenario as a gift of excitement, a gift to see how awesome you are at solving that problem, a gift to prove yourself. I'm trying to do two things. One is trying to access this black raven bird, trying to get you to open your eyes, trying to get you to know it's okay to make a choice. We're sort of in limbo of making choices. As I say that, something is trying to come through the scene. Actually rip from behind the scene, rip the scene in half and say, oh, hello, I'm here. I was hiding behind the scenes. Some part of you that's hiding behind the scenes is ready to come forward now. So now the scene is no longer the value. We just sort of painted it out there just to see how we would evaluate it. And now you're being sort of sneaky and hiding behind the scenes of this, just sort of in observer mode, just to see how we would evaluate it. And now you're standing here showing yourself to us. But I'm not convinced this is the real you either. I see you in a pink outfit. I mean, you look like, it's not real. So I don't know how to describe the fabrics here. It reminds me of something out of like a 1950s movie with a woman, and they're gonna they're at the airport, and she's like way overdressed. But in those days, they didn't just throw on their sweatpants and go. They got nice, dolled up. She's very pretty in pink, really pink color with a little pink hat on as well. Like I don't know how to describe it. She almost looks like she could be a flight attendant. But the fabric is softer and more. I don't know how to describe the fabric, but she's just perfect. She's perfect in pink and really tidy hair, really tidy little hat on, really tidy little outfit. Everything is perfectly clean, perfect presentation, totally put together. This is the you coming out from behind the scenes. It's almost like you are taking on the role of you're like a knowledgeable museum person. Then you're going to tell us, and then this exhibit, this, that, and the other thing. And now follow me as we go to exhibit number B, or letter B. And over here we have this, that, and the other. Totally scripted, totally perfect smile, totally perfect presentation. You've done this a million times. You're not gonna fail at it. But it's kind of robotic and not really you being you. You know what I mean? Like, really let go. Just, how do we let go of that? What is beneath the surface of this outfit, even? I mean, obviously, there's sort of a scene where it's like Mel ripping it off, and turns out that Mel really is like a WFC, like a woman's fighter, and she's like totally ripped and like like from the 80s with crazy like permed hair, and and like superwoman, kind of gladiator woman underneath this pink outfit. Like, what's beneath the surface of this? You know what I mean? Who are you really, Mel? So you're sort of sifting through the many faces of yourself, trying to decide what really is beneath the surface of you. It's kind of a wishy-washy experience for me, because I can't decide. I can't make a decision. I can't tell you who you are. And because the energy of your spiritual atmosphere says, I don't know yet. I don't know yet. I really trying to put my finger on something here, and I'm going through a reel of all of this stuff right now. Something's got to change. Spirit is saying that something's got to change. I try to alter my energy in order to alter the flow of your energetic pattern, so that we can change the energy flow and see what happens. But even that is very difficult for me to do. I'm going to close my eyes, and I'm going to traverse your spiritual atmosphere as though I'm a blind person, in order to get to where I actually am meant to go, because I'm not meant to, for some reason, I need to be blind in order to get there. It's very strange, but I'm going to close my eyes, and I'm just going to trust. I'm going to close my eyes. I'm going to be a blind person. I'm going to not know where I'm going. I'm going to not know what to do next. And I'm just going to go off of a blind instinct. And I'm just going to blatantly, just blindly, foolhardily trust spirit. And we're just going to close our eyes, and we're just going to walk. This is a metaphor for you and life as well, is blindly trusting spirit and doing that. Because the only way you're going to get to where you were meant to go is you're going to have to take kind of a leap of faith thing, and you're going to have to just blindly make a decision. It's going to feel blind. It's going to feel like a blind decision, but you just do that. And know that it's correct. You're not going to screw this up. It's weird how spirit does it, but you can't fall off the cliff. You can't. You wind up in Timbuktu by some miracle, and that's where you were actually meant to be all along. Like, like I don't know how I got to Timbuktu, but I did. Apparently, this is right where I'm meant to be. I blindly trusted spirit, and I wound up here. Okay. So. I'm traversing your spiritual atmosphere blindly, okay? In this moment, I feel happier than I've ever felt before. Because I'm not trying to be human about things anymore. When I'm human about things, I have to have an identity. I have to have a face forward. I have to fit into a feeling or a space or this looks like that. But here, when I close my eyes, I have the freedom to be whoever I want, however I want, go wherever I please, and be totally at the free will level of an infinite universe. I don't know what I look like today, because I'm blind. I don't know if my hair is perfect or my outfit is just right, or I don't know where Exhibit B is. I'm just blindly trusting spirit. And I could not be happier in all my life. I am so glad, Abby, you closed my eyes. Because in your spiritual atmosphere, Mel, I'm closing your eyes in this way that you get to blindly trust in spirit as well. This isn't, I'm closing my eyes as a human being while I'm on a noose dangling above the ground. That is a different reflection of wisdom. This here is an alternative reflection of blind wisdom. It's like blindly following spirit. When you do this, it feels like things get vulnerable. Like ego suddenly doesn't know what to do because it doesn't have eyes to see like a human being. It starts to feel vulnerable, and in that way, it feels like you're going to trip and fall. Oh my God, something bad's going to happen. Ego does this. Ego is constantly obsessed with fear-based thinking, making you feel vulnerable when you shouldn't. You just have to continue to override ego because that's part of the learning journey as a human being. To show the universe how strong you are in spirit, or how vulnerable you are to ego. That is the ultimate purpose for all of us. It's hard on the head. So in the delight of it all, there's also aspects of your mental body that are coming to the surface that are saying, there's something I am going on in my head right now, and it's bothering me. There's something with that black raven bird going on. You really are looking for higher wisdom, and it just... I don't know. Maybe it's just getting stagnant. It's not the right flavor. It's I feel like I'm sort of not sure about my directions. There's something about the way that the balance of this is that I've had those feelings in life before too, where it's just like, I don't know right now, and I want something more wowzery to happen, and wowzer isn't happening. I don't really know where to go next. There's something about this. I'm really surprised because your spiritual atmosphere isn't... It's not actively... It's not... It's just in the blah. I mean, it feels mookie-meck. It's not it's like blah feeling. I'm gonna just calm down. I'm gonna stop speaking for a little bit. I want to focus on your head. I just want to give you a gift to help you remember what a total awareness is. Because you need to remember that energetically. Because if you step into the human too much, it's easy to forget what that can feel like. And stepping into human too much, you start getting wound up in the human world and the ego and the black and whites and fitting into the molds. And then you get kind of lost on the spiritual journey. And the thing is, you're quite spiritual, and I feel this. This is what I feel. You gotta let go of some stuff. I'm a little bit astonished that Spirit's not gonna let me just pull stuff out of you. That tells me that you are strong enough to do this for yourself. I am sharing energy with you. I am helping to enlighten you, but then you choose to acknowledge I am enlightened. You choose to acknowledge I do not choose Mookie Mac. I choose the infinite love. I choose higher vibrations. I am letting go of the humanistic feelings. I'm letting go of feeling stuck, not sure who I really am, not sure where I'm going. I'm going to let go and acknowledge I do know where I'm going. I'm going to acknowledge I do know what I'm doing. I'm going to acknowledge I am not hung up by a rope. My voice is fully capable of communicating. I am Mel. I am amazing. I am profound. Ravenbird is really getting my attention here. Doesn't like me speaking positively to you. So I'm going to be... This is the technique, okay? And you can use this technique too. It's really cool. So we can either, in the physical, right, walk to a mirror, look at ourselves, speak these affirmations. I am Abby. I am awesome. I am beautiful. I am radiant. I am infinite. I am empowered. I am love. You go through these affirmations and you feel them inside yourself. You don't just say them. You say, I am love. I am full of love. I feel loved by this universe. I experience love. I welcome love to be my voice. I welcome love to be my truth. I welcome love to be my identity. I am Mel. I am love. I am truth. I am the highest frequency, most purest divine reflection of love that this universe has ever known. I send ripples of waves of love across great distances because my soul loves that much. You say those things to yourself. You say them sincerely. Now, you can go manifest your own pretend space, okay? So now, envision you're in your bedroom and there's a mirror there, okay? It's kind of cool to see what happens when you do this just in your pretend world. And so now you notice you have feet inside your own imagination and you're actually walking towards the mirror, okay? Now you see your reflection in the mirror. What does it look like? Because when you go in your pretend world to see a reflection in the mirror, sometimes what's looking back is a monster. Sometimes there's a monster looking over your shoulder. Sometimes you aren't smiling. Sometimes you look blue in color. Sometimes you look really bright and radiant. Sometimes you can look any different way. It's really, you might be surprised by what you see when you do this simple exercise. But you don't take in those details as though they are your truth, okay? They're truth that can transform in the light. Anything that is a reflection of, Mookie Mac, you just transform it in the light, turn it into love again. We all go through phases where we just feel like that, It's important to feel like that sometimes. That way we can really appreciate it the times when we just feel like we have it together and we just feel enlightened, we just feel motivated. And it's like I didn't realize I actually needed 3 months to just feel blah because I needed to have some time to just take a break from things for a little while. And I'm starting to feel that passion, that motivation returning to me. And I see now why that needed to happen, sort of thing. So for you go into your pretend world, okay? Now you're standing in front of a mirror and I want you to start speaking these things, okay? There's seriously a raven around you, and I'm trying to determine, is it negative energy? What is its purpose here? It's really quiet and telling me. As I'm having you actually I'm in your spiritual atmosphere. I'm also in your daydream about the mirror. I see you as a little girl, like 4 or 5 years old, with really oversized glasses and like pigtails that are braided straight down, really clean. Speaking, you may not have ever looked this way. You may not even wear glasses, but this is what I see. And then you're speaking these words into the mirror. So I'm having you do this in your own spiritual atmosphere with me here in your spiritual atmosphere, and we are sharing this gift of love in your spiritual atmosphere with your subconscious mind, helping to kind of reprogram those feelings and thoughts that are mucky-macky, you know what I mean? And while that is taking place, I am simultaneously going to ask this raven, so what is your purpose here? He's turning into a man, an older man. Older Asian man. I don't feel thrilled about him, to be honest. I don't feel like, terrible. He's not like a nightmare, but he's not full of love. He's not real love. But I need to talk to him for a little bit. I'm asking why he's here with you. I say, I'm giving him a gift of love into his heart. I'm having him say to me, I welcome love in my heart. See how he reacts. You are you talking, you must be interacting with the spirit realm, and somehow seems like maybe you're interacting with a spirit that's not he's not evil. He's not like Archangel Metatron, for instance. He's not that awesome. He's not that awesome. And it's up to you, Mel, if you want to continue this interaction. This actually, just tell me, Mel, did you want me to disconnect you from this Raven man? Or do you want to continue the interaction with this Raven man? Go ahead. There's no such thing as time, so I'll know what you feel within your heart through this interaction, and that will inspire the change, okay? So you are actually turning to light. You are getting to know too much of your dark side, and you're starting to turn to light. You're turning away from the mirror, and a dark part of yourself is moving on from you. You're actually going towards this Raven man with kind of a forceful energy. And I don't know what your relationship is with this spirit, but it has something to do with you spending too much time kind of on the darker side of yourself. Because you're super old soul, and old souls explore the dark sides of themselves. And you never forget. The soul never forgets every single instantaneous second of a moment of every single lifetime. You never forget the dark side of yourself. It's always a part of you. But you can you can become more full of love as you continue to incarnate outside of that. This isn't, I don't want to spend too much time talking about this because I want to get more done for you. But this is going to help a lot because I feel more of the light side getting through to you now. I feel a lot more clarity in your head. I feel a lot more positive energy going into your heart and through your shoulders, through your throat region. I feel a lot more positive energy going into your head. It feels so much better. It feels like you're disconnecting from this interaction. Spirit is saying that there's times for self-exploration, which this was one of those times, but you need to remember the value, the true love, the true wisdom, the true empowerment comes from pure love, not from the dodgy spirit that kind of as like a best friend, but he really isn't. He's not Archangel Metatron. He's not Archangel Michael. He's not. I have experienced overwhelming, super amazing, awesome, out of this world, psychedelic, off the charts. I can't freaking believe it. Energies that have made me give me whiplash and say, holy shit. And this guy's kind of like, he's like, here's your tip, and that's this guy. Not that good of a server. Sorry. You kind of screwed up the whole thing, and I wasn't that impressed. That's just it. I don't really want to talk anymore about that. I want to focus on the loving side of all of this, okay? I just need to make sure you understand what he was really like, okay? I don't think less of him. I don't think negatively of him, despite what I've been saying, but I have to help you understand he's not the flavor of really awesome love. Welcome Archangel Michael into your heart and say, Michael, I want you to help me remember what super awesome love, energy love feels like. Metatron, the weirdest angel in the infinite universe I've ever met, it totally would be a really good flavor of energy for you because you're so diverse, you're so energetically diverse that you need things that are outside the box, and Metatron is way outside the box, and he would be a really good energy balance for you because you're so diverse. So welcome really positive, diverse spirits that have so much wisdom on all spectrums of energetic reflections. And welcome them to be a fire of love within your heart and help you to feel that rejuvenating energy. So I'm having you step forward in your own imagination, in my spirit, in your spiritual atmosphere, in my mind. I'm having you step forward, okay, in life. I am experiencing your feet stepping forward in life. We're moving on from this bedroom with the mirror. We're moving on from the raven bird. We're moving on from all the scenes of I don't know. We are moving forward in life, okay? You are moving forward in life, Mel. One foot in front of the other. Letting go, okay? Letting go of stuff. Welcoming the light to enhance, to shape, to mold you, and to help you ignite the fire and the passion and the motivation within you, your higher spiritual truth, walking towards infinite radiating pure love wisdom, high frequency love wisdom, helping you to let go of there's weird energetic cords. I don't understand. They're all sort of weird vines attached to your head, your backside. It's just you've been pondering too much about darker spiritual stuff is what it's kind of like. Pulling out a lot of that out of your backside. You're actually welcoming the release of all of this. There's a part of you crying in the corner, and you got roped up in the dark as though it was you, and it's not, it's an aspect of your truth, but it's not you, right, Mel? You are love, you are beautiful, you are truth, but the ego somehow got involved in this and was inspiring you to continue to look at more of that aspect of yourself. And ego loves negativity, ego loves negative stuff, and so it was playing tricks on you and inspiring you kind of to venture to the wrong alley, and so now you can say, oh, okay, now you can get back on track again. You already are getting back on track again. So let's see. So you're already getting back on track again. I already see your spiritual reflection walking towards the light again, welcoming more light into your life, letting go of all of that dark stuff. Oddly enough, you needed to kind of venture back there. You needed to kind of take some time to reminisce about that because you were exploring your spiritual identity, spiritual truth, and you needed this session with me to really help you to come back around again. That's how spirit helps us. Like, you somehow knew You needed this because you did, and it was the right time. You spent enough time, Mel, reminiscing with the dark stuff, and now it's time for you to remember you really are light and love, and that is your truth. And so, time to revolve back to that aspect of who and what you truly are, which is super radiant, beautiful, extraordinary, infinite, radiating light and love in all directions. So that's positive. I know we're done here, but I want to highlight one more thing. Because I am seeing you choosing in your spiritual atmosphere to walk towards the light, that means you actually will be walking towards the light. You actually have already chosen that for yourself. You will be doing that as the days pass. You actually are doing that. So your future, your very, very near future, consists of, yes, Mel is letting go of all that wishy-washy Mookie Mac stuff. Too much black mixed in with all the pretty colors, because now it takes the vibrant out of everything. It just makes everything look like a shadow, and now you're just got, frog eggs coming out of your throat, and it's just not really awesome, you know what I mean? And so you're gonna, start mixing, just be the true colors that you are. True colors. Vibrant, extraordinary, beautiful, gorgeous, mouth-watering, eye-appealing, wowzery, beautiful, bright, intense, vibrant colors that you are, because you are very bright and you're very beautiful. You're very super in the colors that you have to share. So that's all I have to say, okay? I'm just going to take a moment here to disconnect from your spiritual atmosphere. So I'm disconnecting from your spiritual atmosphere. And welcoming heaven to share additional energy, additional love with Mel. And welcoming beautiful, extraordinarily powerful archangels to surround Mel with radiating energy of love, to help her to fully understand and experience the momentum of it is now time to move on and to really embrace the light parts of yourself, because there are so many of those and they're so beautiful. And those are the parts of you that are worth celebrating and worth just really relishing in. And welcome, Mel, to inhale all of this intense and beautiful loving energy. Continue to let go of the shadowy aspects. So I am now fully disconnected from your spiritual atmosphere. Okay, that's it. Okay, Mel. Super big thank you. All right, I wish you all the best, and thank you so much for this experience. Thank you for your willingness to share this openly, for us all to learn from you and from your experiences. So thank you. And for those of you watching, if you're interested in experiencing spiritual healing with me, please visit my website at abbynormalswisdomquest.com. Thank you for watching and supporting my channel.